Super Smash Brothers!
Welcome back to What If It Had Achievements. In this video, I'll showcase a total of 193 achievements for Smash Ultimate. When creating these, I disregarded the pre-existing in-game challenges and milestones to avoid flooding the list with unnecessary achievements. However, some may still line up with a couple of challenges and milestones here and there, but I take that to mean that they're just good achievements. Before we begin, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel, as I'll be continuing to create more achievement-related content, and I'm sure you won't want to miss it. Getting us started with our area/level completion category, we have Spire of Flame and Chorus of Souls for beating World of Light initially and beating it once again on New Game Plus. Then in the any percent category, there's Undying Light for 100%ing World of Light. In the Boss Encounters category, we have 14 achievements, all of which come from World of Light. In rough order of appearance, there's Back from Subspace for defeating Gallium, Colossus for defeating Giga Bowser, Monster Hunter for defeating Rathalos, This Is Only the Beginning for defeating Galeem for the first time, It's Not Over Yet for defeating Darkon for the first time, You Don't Belong in This World for defeating Dracula, Seal the Darkness for defeating Demon King Ganon, Milky Way Wishes for defeating Marks, Quite the Handful for defeating each of the Master Hands, Out of Hand for defeating each of the Crazy Hands, Need a Hand for defeating Master Hand and Crazy Hand together, Bane of Darkness for defeating Galeem again and getting a bad ending, Bane of Light for defeating Darkon again and getting a bad ending, and finally the Ultimate Fight for defeating both Galeem and Darkon simultaneously and getting the true ending. I really love the way these icons turned out, especially the Ultimate Fight. Out of every icon I illustrated, this was the one that took the most amount of time, and I'm super proud of the result. I knew I wanted something special for this particular achievement to make it stand out from all the rest, and despite my average Photoshop skills, I feel as though I pulled it off near flawlessly. Moving on, in the Collectables and Discoveries category, we have only 5 achievements, all of which are for acquiring spirits. First up, we have Gotta Catch 'em All, for adding every Pokemon series spirit to the spirit list, of which I believe there are currently 165. I recommend going to the Smash Wiki and sorting the spirits by series, especially since some Pokemon were added later. Next is Free Spirit, for freeing a total of 100 spirits from the spirit board. The last 3 are for adding a certain number of spirits to the spirit list. There's Shaman, for adding 500 spirits to the spirit list, Spirit Medium for adding 1,000 spirits, and Commence the Seance for adding every spirit to the list. Out of each of these icons, I really love how the Pokeball came out. Just look at those curves. Look at the curves! The curves! So smooth with the curves. Next up, we have the Simple Tasks category, containing 40 achievements. After the many years Smash Ultimate has been out, some of us may have forgotten that when starting a new game, not every fighter is available from the start. Instead, you start with a base roster of 8 fighters, that being the original starting roster of Smash 64. These next 7 achievements can be acquired by unlocking the remaining fighters. Adding any new fighter to the roster, not counting the DLC, you can achieve a Challenger Approaches. Creating a Mii fighter will achieve What Have We Here? The remaining 5 are each achieved upon adding the complete roster of fighters from each game in the series. In order of release, there's Happy Together, Now That's a Fight, We Would Like to Play, Settle It in Smash, and Everyone Is Here. The titles all being named after each game's announcements/commercials. Once you've unlocked every fighter and played as each of them at least once, you'll achieve Did I Miss Anyone? And just as a punch in the gut, I decided the icon for this one should be of Waluigi, because why not? We all know why. We all know why. Don't we? Sakurai. Coming back into World of Light, the next achievements start with I'm Feeling Stronger Already for learning your first skill in Adventure Mode, and Skillful for learning every skill in Adventure Mode. The following 3 are for sending spirits into the various activities you'll find around the map. or just in the Spirits collection menu when you boot up the game. There's Treasure Hunt for sending any number of spirits on 10 separate expeditions, That's the Spirit for training a spirit at any dojo, and Dance Like a Fly for leveling up 10 spirits at Doc Lewis's gym. Next up, we have Stacks of Snacks for enhancing a spirit, Core Components for summoning a spirit, and Spirited Away for dismissing a spirit. After that, we have Kindred Spirits for leveling up 10 spirits to level 99. In the case of enhanceable spirits, the enhanced version will count as a second spirit. We then have Smells Like Team Spirit for creating 5 separate spirit teams. And the last of the spirit achievements is Legendary Aim for freeing a legend class spirit from the spirit board without paying or using items to shoot past the shield. Back to the lab again can be achieved by spending a cumulative time of 1 hour in training mode. The title also references Gimbus Lab's use of the Dexter's Lab hip hop song by Prince Paul. Next, Super Smash Maker is achieved upon creating 5 different stages in Stage Builder, the title obviously playing off Super Mario Maker. Speaking of making things, do any of you remember Nintendo Labo? Yeah, I forgot it existed too. Until I started creating these achievements, my brain somehow always ignored this little icon in the top corner of the Games and More menu. Yeah, for some inexplicable reason, they implemented a VR mode for Smash, meant to be used with the Labo VR kit. I went back and forth on whether or not to include this, but ultimately I decided, why not? By playing a game of Smash in VR, you can achieve getting in on the action. Moving on to actual game modes, we start with Showdown, obtained after playing a game of Squad Strike. Next is Party Planner, for playing a tourney with at least 16 participants, human or CPU. Screw it, your cat could be a participant and it would still count. Customize is next and is achieved after playing 10 matches of Custom Smash. After that is Down to Smashdown, for playing a full game of Smashdown after you've added every fighter to the roster, DLC not being necessary of course. Then there's That Was Fast, for playing a game of Super Sudden Death. Moving away from the game modes, the remaining achievements in this category are mainly based on random things you can do in the game. First up, we have Golden Opportunity, for simply breaking King K. Rool's belly armor. Similarly, there's I Believe I Can Fly, for KOing Jigglypuff with a shield break, because, as you know, breaking Puff's shield sends her hurtling into the stratosphere. Our other pink Puff also has an achievement here. By KOing with 10 different copy abilities, you'll achieve Right Back Atcha, the title obviously referencing the early 2000s Kirby anime of the same name. Next, by spiking an opponent with the Pitfall item, you can achieve You Drop This. Breaking an opponent's shield by utilizing Mr. Saturn will achieve Boing, named as such as apparently that's one of the words they used a lot in Earthbound, plus it kinda sounds like the noise they make. I mean, it's more of a honk, but you get the idea. The next achievement is Stepping Stool, acquired by KOing someone by footstooling them off stage. If you, however, want to KO off the top blast zone instead, you could send a Pokemon Series fighter rocketing upwards with the Hocotate Bomb and achieve We're Blasting Off Again. I wonder what this one's a reference to. You're Not Helping is the next achievement and can be obtained by KOing an assist trophy. Just remember that not all assist trophies can be KO'd. After that is Final Smash, for KOing yourself with the fake Smash Ball. The following two have almost the same name as each other, Home Run and Home Run. The former needs you to strike the Beast Ball item with the Home Run bat, and the latter will have you launching the sandbag in the wrong direction in Home Run contest. And now we can end off this category with its last two achievements. First is Traded, for simply selling a Smash tag, and the last is Musical Masterpieces, for obtaining the 159 unlockable music tracks, the DLC tracks not being necessary for completion. Coming into our next category, that being specific tasks, we have a total of 116 achievements. To start us off, we have 2 classic mode achievements, those being Wow, Incredible for beating the mode on a 9.9 intensity, and Classic Adventures for beating the mode with every fighter. I love how well the icon for Wow Incredible turned out. Like each of our previous videos, we have an achievement here with an incredibly menacing aura. How does this keep happening? The next 3 are from the games in the Mob Smash menu. There's Fast Fighter for completing solo Century Smash in less than 2 minutes, Top Dog for KOing every fighter in the roster at least once in All-Star Smash, and Cruel World for managing to KO at least 10 fighters in Cruel Smash. For this one, I would personally go for the Sucking Cuck method. The following 2 are achieved upon reaching 500 and 1000 kilometers in a solo or versus game of Home Run contest, those being It's Out of the Park and To the Moon. While playing a regular 3-stop match, if you can win the game without ever taking damage from your opponent, you'll achieve JV4. Next, knocking the Smash Ball out of an opponent, then taking it for yourself, and successfully using your final smash on said opponent will unlock the achievement. I'll be taking that. After that is Starstruck, obtained by spiking an opponent with the Warp Star. Yes, the Warp Star actually has a spike hitbox, something I did not know until I started researching for this video, and I'm sure many of you are only just finding out about now too. Since both the Home Run Bat and the Sandbag are items that appear both inside and outside Home Run Contest, I decided to make an achievement for using the bat to strike the Sandbag outside of its primary game mode. Doing so will net you, this isn't a contest. Similar to the That Was Fast achievement for playing a game of super sudden death, Think Fast is awarded upon winning a regular sudden death match. Though these achievements may be speedy, the next one will take you a really long time. How long has it been can be achieved by playing a full 99 stock match without the use of a timer. Listen, if the stock count can go that high, clearly you were meant to play the game this way at least once, right? Hell, make it go even longer by turning on the special flag item on high, playing with 8 players on Palutena's Temple, and using the slow option in Custom Smash. I don't care. The next 3 achievements are awarded to you by listening to each of one of Pit's, Snake's, and Fox's hidden conversations by going to their corresponding stages, Palutena's Temple, Shadow Moses Island, and Corneria, and pressing their down taunt for exactly 1 frame. Or maybe 2 frames on Switch 2, I'm not entirely sure. They're respectively called Uprising, Snake, and Dual Barrel Roll. Up next is Smash Note, for obtaining and using the Smash Ball drawn by the Nikki Assist trophy. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact spawn rate of this Smash Ball, I just know that it doesn't spawn very often, hence this achievement. Should Have Teched It is our next achievement, and is acquired upon missing a tech underneath the stage, resulting in you being KO'd. This one is meant to act as a sort of insult to injury type achievement, a sarcastic slow clap for your totally avoidable failure. On the other side of the coin, however, or more the other side of an adjacent coin, KOing opponents 50 times using stage hazards will achieve Hazardous. Moving on, of all the Pokemon you can get from Pokeballs, Ditto is the only one that can be KO'd. Transform can be achieved by doing just that. The next 12 achievements are ones that can be acquired by doing specific tasks on certain stages. First is Call a Plumber, for entering one of the warp pipes on Mushroom Kingdom. Next is I Am Speed, for running across the track on Big Blue for 10 seconds. I'd recommend attempting this with Fox with the bunny hood equipped, and of course, stage hazards turned off. With that setup, Fox will easily match the speed of the track flying beneath him. Moving over to another racing track, you can achieve Mario Karted by using the Bullet Bill item to hit one of the Shy Guys on Figure 8 Circuit. On the stage Norfair, you'll find waves of lava pouring in from the background every so often. In order to avoid taking damage, you'll need to seek refuge inside the safe zone. Successfully doing so will net you the Varia achievement. On Pokemon Stadium 2, you can achieve Kitty by pausing the game and focusing the camera on the cat poster inside the house during the ice transformation. The icon of Snorunt behind the door also serves as a subtle clue about where to find it. On Distant Planet, you'll find these pellets that can be exchanged for items when thrown into an onion. Pollination is achieved by waiting for a 20 pellet to appear and then throwing it into an onion of the same color. Up next is Gold Rush, for collecting a lifetime total of 10,000 coins on Golden Plains. Maybe do this one with a friend to speed up the process. On Magicant, Flying Man will appear and can act as either an opponent or an ally. Having him KO'd 5 times will achieve 1 bird with 5 tombstones. Next is Legendary Hero, for defeating the Dark Emperor on Street Pass Quest. After that is Stock Thief, achieved by playing on Mushroom Kingdom U and watching as Nappet KOs your opponent. Next is Marker Woohoo. For this, you will need to spike an opponent into the Woohoo Island volcano. I got the idea for this when fighting the Valoo spirit in the World of Light and decided, fuck it, I'll make that an achievement. The last stage specific achievement is Boo Mo. This is achieved by defeating the Yellow Devil on Wily Castle. Now we move on to the really fun achievements. The remaining set of achievements in this category are character specific, with at least one achievement unlocked with each fighter, except for some Echo Fighters and the Miis, and also Richter instead of Simon, because I can't remember. Going in order of appearance on the character select screen, we start with Mario, who has 2 achievements. Jumpman for performing a total of 100 wall jumps, and So Long Gay Bowser for yeeting Bowser into an explosion. Next is Donkey Kong, also with 2 achievements. There's Banana Slammer for KOing 100 times with the spike hitbox of his aerial down special, and 80s Kong for throwing a barrel at Mario. For Link, there's Multi-Shot for KOing an opponent with 2 arrows fired simultaneously. After that is Zero Mission for KOing the Mother Brain Assist trophy as Samus. Similar to the achievement Stepping Stool, How Does It Feel is instead achieved specifically with Yoshi against either Mario or Luigi. This one was meant as a reference to the age-old meme of Mario players sacrificing Yoshi to the abyss to make a large jump. Next is Kirby, who has 2 achievements. First is Nothing Beats Blue Kirby as a reference to the Smash player Puppet 1 and is achieved by winning 10 games in a row as Blue Kirby. And second is Helper to Hero, achieved by taking the copy ability of a second Kirby, opponent or ally. I also weirdly adore the dichotomy of these 2 achievements. One has some Kirby shaped creature hellbent on the total annihilation of the planet, while the other is just all Nyom, like a younger sibling annoying the shit out of you, while you just have to stand there and take it. We now have an achievement for Fox, and I want you to think for a second what it might be. I'll give you a clue. Melee meme. Got your answer locked in? Well, here it is. This is Melee. Description of the achievement: no items, Fox only, final destination. No further explanation required. For Pikachu, I decided I wanted to reference his fight against Raichu in the episode Electric Shock Showdown, the achievement sharing the same name. For this, you'll need to defeat a level 9 Pikachu equipped with spirits that give a boost to electric attacks and give them insta-drop. You also can't equip any spirits yourself, as at this point in the anime, Pikachu is still quite new to battles and would be very underleveled. Next is Bashful Smash, for KOing an opponent with Luigi's down taunt. After that is Tell Gigas I Said Hi, for KOing the Starman Assist trophy as Ness. Similarly, for Captain Falcon, you'll achieve Rival Racer, upon KOing the Samurai Goro Assist trophy. Just like Pikachu's achievement, Jigglypuff's is also a reference to the anime. You will achieve the Song of Jigglypuff by having the Vince Assist trophy paint over an opponent and putting them to sleep with Sing at the same time. For Peach and Daisy, pulling a Bob-omb and KOing an opponent with it will achieve She's the Bomb. And for just Peach, making the Flower Bloom on Hanenbo will achieve Flower Blooms in the Echoes. This one being based off the Melee solo event match of the same name. For Bowser, carrying the Hammer Bro Assist trophy with one of the 2 hammer items will achieve King Koopa. Going from wielding 1 hammer to wielding 2, then back to 1 again, as Ice Climbers, you can achieve Ice Climber by taking your opponent's final stock as a solo Ice Climber. For Sheik, we have 2 achievements, Etsubushi and Sneaky Sheik. For the former, you'll need to stun an opponent with a Deco Nut, and the latter will have you KOing an opponent while you're invisible. Going from Sheik to Zelda, returning to her duty as the Princess of Hyrule, if you KO Ganondorf with her final smash, and let's be honest, that's not going to be difficult at all, you'll achieve Sealed Away. Next is Listen to Your Doctor, achieved by using a healing item on an opponent as Dr. Mario. Like Jigglypuff, Peach's achievement also references their first appearance in the anime. To achieve the Apple Core, you'll have to eat 10 apples from the trees on Tortimer Island as Pichu. For our boy Falco, I decided to go with something inspired by his well-known line, "Personally, I prefer the air," his achievement sharing the same name. To get this, you'll have to spend at least 75% of the match in the air. If you feel like cheating, just use a custom stage that's just wind. Then you can spend 100% of the game in the air. Our next character, Marth, is where I began to struggle a bit, since I literally could not give less of a fuck about the Fire Emblem series. Referencing his game felt like it was going to be quite a bit difficult. But after some very minimal research, I came up with For Altea, in which you'll have to KO the Rathalos Assist trophy as Marth. Reason being, he fights a dragon at the end of his game, and Altea is just the name of his homeland. After Marth is Young Link, his achievement being This Mice Hurt, for KOing an opponent with the Bomb Chew item. Since I haven't played either Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, and I struggled with finding something to reference with this one, this achievement I'd say ended up being a bit lackluster. But tell me, what achievement would you have made for Young Link? I kinda ran into a similar problem with Ganondorf, so instead of referencing anything specific, I decided to go with something more general. The achievement, Great Calamity, can be obtained by KOing with the spike hitbox of Ganondorf's Final Smash. Next is Mewtwo Strikes Back, for KOing opponents 25 times with reflective projectiles. The idea for this one was that reflecting projectiles references the cloning of Pokemon in the movie, and the 25 times refers to the number of listed clone Pokemon. It might not be exactly 25 in the movie, different resources gave different answers, but 25 is a nice round number, so that's what I decided to go with. Similar to Marth, Roy's achievement is also acquired by defeating a dragon. Binding Blade is achieved by KOing Ridley with Roy's Final Smash, a reference to the end of Roy's game where he fights a giant purple dragon. Next is Judge, for playing his Game & Watch and dodging another Game & Watch's side special, then striking back with your own. The achievement references his game of the same title. For Meta Knight, we have Meta Nightmare, where you'll need to defeat a level 9 Meta Knight CPU equipped with the Galactonite Spirit, a reference to Meta Knight's subgame in Superstar Ultra. In reference to Kid Icarus Uprising with Pit's fight against Phosphora, you can achieve You're Not Cute at All by KOing the Phosphora Assist trophy as Pit. Next is Ice Cold, for KOing the Metroid Assist trophy as ZSS. The title of the achievement being a little nod to the fact that you will need to freeze the Metroid before it can be defeated. Next is Wario, with his achievement, Game in Wario, in which you'll need to complete each microgame on WarioWare Inc. in a single match. When it came to Snake, my mind went immediately to his taunts where he climbs into a box, and I knew I wanted to do something absolutely stupid with it. What I came up with was using his box to KO Little Mac, the achievement appropriately titled, Is This Boxing? I also wanted to reference Metal Gear as well, and since Grey Fox is an assist trophy, I made All I Can Do Is Fight, in which you'll need to KO said assist trophy as Snake. Again, we have another Fire Emblem achievement, this time for Ike, his being Radiant for KOing the Black Knight assist trophy. I don't remember what their relationship in Radiant Dawn is, but I'm pretty sure they fight at some point. So, yeah. For Pokemon Trainer, I decided I wanted the achievement to be just for Charizard, and I landed on referencing his down special from Smash 4. Rock Smash can be achieved by throwing an explosive party ball into an opponent. I mean, Charizard holding the party ball looks pretty similar to Rock Smash, right? Tell me I'm not the only one who sees it. Next is Diddy's Conquest, for KOing the Claptrap Assist trophy as Diddy Kong. When it came to Lucas, I was not sure what to do, especially since I've never played the Mother/Earthbound series, but after watching some recap and lore videos, I came up with Not Sure What to Do Anymore, in which, as Lucas, you'll use the Franklin badge to reflect an electric projectile back at your opponent, KOing them in the process. For the 99.999% of you who haven't played Mother 3, the achievement is a reference to the final battle against the Masked Man. Again, we have another achievement in which you'll have to take out an assist trophy. This time, as Sonic, you can achieve Spin to Win by KOing the Guardian of the Master Emerald himself, Knuckles. Next, for King Dedede, my mind went way back in time to the first Kirby game I ever played, Kirby Superstar Ultra. I recalled my first introduction to Dedede, in which he stole all the food in Dreamland, and I knew immediately that I wanted something based on his gluttonous personality. What I landed on was Glutton, in which you'll have to eat a lifetime total of 500 food items as King Dedede. For Olimar and Alf, we have two achievements. The first is Taste Like Pikmin, a play on Taste Like Chicken. To get this, you'll have to throw an opponent into the mouth of the Bulborb on Distant Planet. The second is Peck Peck, for just KOing the Burrowing Snagwort Assist trophy. For our next achievement, I wanted to reference the movie Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, but I really wasn't sure how to go about doing it. After several days of being completely unsure of what to do, eventually I just caved and decided to instead do what I did for Peach and reference Lucario's solo event match from Melee. Surprisingly, the event match just so happens to reference the movie. The Aura is With Me is achieved by winning a one-stock match against Sheik and Ness as Lucario with a 200% damage handicap, specifically on the stage Spear Pillar. Sheik, I believe, is meant to represent Sir Aaron, and Ness is obviously meant to be Ash Ketchum. Thanks Melee for coming in clutch with this one. Rob was also kinda difficult, given that 1, he's a toy, and 2, he only has 2 games, Stack Up and Gyromite. I tried my best with this one, attempting to do something with Stack Up. What I ended up with was Stack Up, where as Rob, you'll have to win a team battle against 5 Kirbys of the corresponding colours to the stackable blocks, yellow, blue, red, green, and grey. Well, white, but there isn't a white Kirby. To achieve Hero of the Winds, you have to utilize the Gust Bellows as Toon Link to blow your opponent off stage, leading to a KO. For Wolf, we have You're Good, but I'm Better. To achieve this, you will need to KO Fox, Falco, and the Crystal Assist Trophy, all in the same match. For Villager, since his game is pretty basic, I decided to do the same for his achievement. While playing as Villager, you can acquire Watch Your Step by burying an opponent with the Pitfall item. Up next is Mega Man, with his achievement, Same Old Apology. I'd say guess who you have to KO to get this one, but I'm already displaying it on screen. I was not thinking properly about how to write this part of the script. After Mega Man is Wii Fit Trainer, their achievement being Let's Stretch Our Legs, for walking and or running a total of 10 kilometers. You can actually check this stat in the Vault menu by going to Records, Battle Data, then either offline or online. And yes, it still counts if you, for example, do 5 kilometers offline and another 5 kilometers online. Next, by KOing an opponent with the Super Launch Star item while playing as Rosalina, you'll achieve Luminary of the Stars. For Little Mac, you'll achieve Duck This One, for dodging your opponent's attack and immediately striking back with KO Punch. And no, it doesn't have to KO the opponent, though I'm sure Doc would love it if it did. With Greninja, I once again wasn't sure what to do, but after a little while I came across the episode of Pokemon Down to the Fiery Finish, where Ash's Greninja battles Elaine's Charizard. Though Ash and Greninja ultimately lose the battle, for the achievement Down to the Watery Finish, you'll do just the opposite. As Greninja, you need to beat a level 9 Pokemon trainer equipped with the Mega Charizard X Spirit. Squirtle and Bulbasaur kind of ruin the reference a little bit, but there isn't really anything that can be done about that. Next, as Palutena, you'll achieve Banishment by beating a level 9 Palutena CPU equipped with either of the Medusa Spirits. Since obviously none of us have played any of the Kid Icarus games, for context, I'll just say that Palutena banishes Medusa to the underworld for turning people to stone. She could turn me to stone any day, if you know what I mean. For Pac-Man, we have Waka Waka, obtained upon KOing the Ghost Assist Trophy. I mean, what did you expect? It's Pac-Man. What else would his achievement be? Eat Ball? What would that be even? Use his side special? Yeah, somehow I don't think that would be a very good achievement. Speaking of bad achievements, we have another Fire Emblem character. For Robin, you'll achieve Discarded, for KOing an opponent by throwing his Levin Sword at them. For Shulk, since in Xenoblade the main enemies are machines, winning a game against Rob and Mega Man will achieve I'm Really Feeling It. After that, as a reference to Super Mario Sunshine, KOing Mario with Bowser Jr.'s Final Smash will achieve Framed. Next is Shh, Be Very Very Quiet, for getting a perfect score in every round of the Duck Hunt stage while playing as Duck Hunt Duo. The wiki says there are 10 rounds, but every time I get to round 9 it loops back to round 1, so I guess you only have to do 9 rounds then? For Ryu and Ken, KOing the Guile Assist Trophy will achieve Street Smash. I actually really like the name of this one, since not only is it a combination of Street Fighter and Smash Bros, but the title also references the minigame of the same name for Smash Bros for 3DS. Now, for just Ken, we have Do It Like Daigo, for performing 15 parries in quick succession, an obvious reference to Evo moment number 37. I'd recommend doing this either against multiple opponents or one opponent with a rapid jab or a move with a lot of multi-hits. Next, for Cloud, since he's my main and also because I haven't played Final Fantasy VII, I just wanted to do something stupid for him. Given his name, I made the achievement Cumulus for spending a lifetime total of half an hour in the air as Cloud. Oh yay, we have another Fire Emblem. This time, for Corrin, Fate is achieved by beating a level 9 Bowser CPU equipped with the Takumi and Garen spirits. In my notes, I've just written a Nancoast reference. I have no clue what this means. For Bayonetta, we have the Infinite One for KOing the Rodent Assist trophy. Next, by playing as Inkling and KOing another Inkling by spiking them into a body of water, you'll achieve Turf War. The idea here comes from the fact that in Splatoon, Inklings will die if they come in contact with water. For Ridley, I was a bit lost for ideas, but since this whole thing is murder of the innocents, I decided that having him KO an opponent with the Death Scythe item would achieve the Cunning God of Death. After that, we have Symphony for KOing the Alucard Assist trophy as Richter, this one being a reference to the game Castlevania Symphony of the Night. For King K. Rool, KOing an opponent with the spike hitbox of his up smash will achieve Unavoidable Chin Move, the irony being that this particular hitbox is quite avoidable. Also Game Grumps reference. Next we have Isabelle, and like Villager, she has a pretty basic achievement. By pocketing Pac-Man's bell, you'll achieve That's Why She Isabelle. For Incineroar, since they're a relatively new Pokemon, and I don't know anything about them in the anime, I chose to just reference their announcement trailer. King of the Ring is achieved by winning a game against Little Mac and Ken on Boxing Ring. Now we just have the DLC characters to get through, and we can then move on to the final category. Starting with Piranha Plant, we have PD Princesses, for capturing both Peach and Zelda in his final smash, this being a reference to the PD Piranha boss fight in Brawl's The Subspace Emissary. Next up, we have Joker with his achievement Phantom Thief, acquired by KOing Zelda with a reflected phantom. For Hero, there's What Are the Odds, for KOing an opponent with Kamikaze through selecting Hocus Pocus. For Banjo, KOing Bayonetta with his final smash will achieve Gaha, this one being a reference to the final battle against Gruntilda in the first Banjo-Kazooie game. I chose Bayo specifically for this since, like Gruntilda, she is in fact a witch. Next we have Are You OK for KOing opponents 10 times with Terry's Buster Wolf. I'm not familiar with Fatal Fury, so I really didn't know what else to do for Terry. For our last damn Fire Emblem character, Byleth, I once again had no idea what to do, so I just did the dumbest thing possible. Since my knowledge of Byleth only goes as far as them being a professor, I made the achievement I never learned how to read, by picking up one of Robin's tomes as Byleth and then proceeding to damage Pit by throwing it at him. Doing a little better, we have Up in Arms, for KOing the Springman Assist trophy as Min Min. For Steve, I felt like the only appropriate choice was to have him defeat a team of 7 villagers. Successfully doing so will achieve Bad Omen, based on the status effect you get for taking out a raid captain. For Sephiroth, I did the same thing I did for Incineroar and referenced his reveal trailer. By defeating Galeem without taking damage, you'll achieve Shall I Give You Despair? And just for some added stupidity, the icon is Despair. Like Fire Emblem, I couldn't care less about Xenoblade, so after the minimal amount of research, I created the achievement Land of Challenge, in which as Pyre and Mithra, you'll need to defeat a level 9 Shulk equipped with the Mecha Fiora spirit. Up next we have Blood Feud, for beating a level 9 Ryu CPU equipped with the Akuma spirit while playing as Kazuya. I feel like I got lucky with this one since I know next to nothing about Tekken. Thank fuck for crossovers. Finally, ending off this category with a character I personally believe never should have been added to Smash. The final fighter should have been Waluigi, but since when does Nintendo care what its fanbase wants? For Sora, you'll achieve How About a Rematch, for beating a level 9 Cloud CPU equipped with either of the Hades spirits, a reference to when they fought in Kingdom Hearts. Now we finally move on to our co-op/multiplayer category, containing 15 achievements. First is the More the Merrier, obtained by playing an 8-player match consisting of only people and no CPUs. Next is This Is How You're Supposed to Play the Game, for reaching 2,000 kilometers in co-op home run contest. The title also references the Sakurai Presents Banjo-Kazooie video, where he also revealed the addition of home run contest. After that is I like what you got, for liking 10 pieces of shared content. The icon is even the Miiverse yeah symbol. Rip Miiverse. You existed. By spectating 10 online matches, you can obtain the achievement Always Watching, and continuing to spectate and voting correctly on who will win, you can earn points to spend on in-game items. You can achieve Spectacular Speculatory Spectator by earning 10,000 points in Spectate. Moving on, winning an online tourney will achieve Is this tournament legal? The title being a little nod to the fact that Smash's online tourneys often don't line up with standard tournament rule sets. The next two achievements are Step into the Ring and Distant Doubles. You have to play 10 matches in battle arenas for the former and another 10 in online co-op for the latter. The next 4 are all achieved by claiming a certain number of Smash tags, with Beginner only requiring 1 Smash tag, Casual requiring 100, Seasoned requiring 500, and Professional will require 999. I'm not entirely sure if you can get more, but the counter maxes out at 999, so I just made that the cutoff. And for our final 3 achievements, each acquired by getting a certain number of fighters into Elite Smash, we have For Fun after getting 1 fighter in, For Honor after getting 10 fighters in, and For Glory after getting all fighters into Elite Smash. And if you haven't played Smash 4, the titles of these achievements make reference to the names of its online modes. And there we go, 193 achievements for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Doing everything for this video was an insane task spanning several months, so I really hope you enjoyed it. If so, why not give us a like and subscribe? If you have any ideas for achievements Smash should have, head to the comments and give me your thoughts. Thank you to everyone who made it to the end of the video. I'm sure there will be some bloopers coming up in a moment for you to enjoy. If you're interested in any other achievement videos, there's a playlist you can check out filled with a few others and plenty more on the way. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya! Next up, we have Stacks of Snacks for enhancing? What? Similarly, I hate this word. I fucking hate it. There's too many L's. It's just like blah, 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 blah. Why? Who invented English? It's so stupid. Why do I keep using this word? This is my fault. No, it isn't. Shut up. Fuck you. Similarly, I fucking hate this word. It sucks so much. Similarly, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like a word anymore. I can't. Similarly, there's I Believe I Can Fly for KOing Jigglypuff with a Geald break. What? If you, however, want to K-off? What? First is traded for simply smelling a Smash tag. No, you don't smell, you can't, it's digital, you can't do that. And I'm sure many of you are only just finding about now. This is achieved by defeating what am I saying? Next is Diddy's Conquest for carrying the Claptrap. Next is Diddy's Conquest for carrying the Claptrap. Next is Diddy's Conquest for carrying the clap. What is happening here?